Okay.
Hello. I'm just making sure we're recording. Yes. Hello, everyone. How are you, Katia?
I'm good. How about you?
Oh,
It's been a little bit. How are you doing?
I have an echo.
Uh-oh.
Little technical Mercury issue. I don't know why we have an echo. Oh, I know why. Done. I had the video on YouTube on.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Like when you look in a mirror and it's facing another mirror and it's like the infinite we have the sound on live and the sound on YouTube playing each other infinitely.
Yeah, because we are live twice on YouTube, on your channel, on mine, on Instagram, on LinkedIn.
Everywhere you are, we're there.
And we're wearing both blue stripes.
We're very me inspired. Matchy outfits that we did not plan. In case everyone's wondering.
How are you today?
I'm pretty good. I'm kind of busy this week. I'm preparing to do a master class next week, so doing all the pieces to put it all together.
Amazing. Are you excited?
I am. A little nervous too. Just kind of like with this, when we go live, it's always a little bit
yeah, we are doing that.
Yeah, but here we are. And
yeah.
I'll be doing that too.
Are you doing coaching or Reiki masterclass? Coaching.
Coaching about purpose, about how I went from being a stressed, overworked teacher to getting paid to do work that I love, and without having it all figured out first.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Sharing that with others.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's start. Do you want to introduce yourself? I think is making it like a good, like continuing about you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure. My name is Katia, and I'm the founder of Inner Rainbow Healing, and an intuitive purpose coach. I help people find their purpose by balancing their chakras. And I'm also the author of Balancing the Rainbow Within, also about chakra healing. And how about you?
I'm Nina. I'm a empowerment woman coach. I'm helping specifically women in life's transition. I'm helping them to face their fear, the mindset, everything that it's clouding, and get them stuck, so that they can really embrace what they really want, like what their true calling, like purpose. And it's coming from my own story, like you were sharing about what are you going to do next week, coming from Switzerland, being very, very depressed of the comfortable life, and moving to New York to live my dream at 34, and now I live in Hawaii. So I felt that I wanted to share my wisdom and my experience, because I didn't really had model role or people who could help me to go through that. So I kind of feel like I want to help the younger version of me. So that is pretty much what I do.
Love it.
And we connected through tarot. So that's also the reason why we always start with a little oracle card. It's a hard one for me to say.
Yeah.
Because in French you say oracle.
Yeah, that's quite different. I think that would boggle my mind to try to say.
Yeah.
It's like kind of opposite almost.
And today, the topics that people choose is moving forward. So we're gonna pick card. You're gonna pick card, a card. Sometimes it's more than one.
Yeah.
That could give us insight on that subject.
I've been shuffling them in the background over here. Okay. This one just popped out, and it says opportunity.
It's a good one. It's so beautiful.
Yes, like trees
and the moon.
Yeah, presumably a new moon? Question mark?
I mean, that's the best card you could get. Opportunity. That comes when you move forward.
The cards always know. Let's see what it says about opportunity. It says, moon through the pine trees. An occasional owl hoot and the song of a solo coyote punctuate the stillness in the forest as a traveler walks through the pines. Light from a waning moon filters down through the canopy of needles and cascades across the forest floor. I was thinking it was the wrong way for a new moon, but I feel like new moon to me goes better with moving forward, but I guess the waning moon, you have to kind of close out the last cycle to be able to move forward fully too. So it's all part of the journey. Sometimes the trees obscure the moon, but sometimes its illumination clearly shows the path ahead. Pines are one of the most ancient plants on the planet. They've existed nearly 3 times longer than than all flowering plant species. Because they stay green all winter, they traditionally represent longevity, immortality, fertility, health, and abundance. The moon and her gossamer glow represents the feminine, the receptive side of life. Just as the moon receives and reflects the light of the sun, symbolically the moon represents receiving the goodness of the universe flowing to you. I love that image.
Yeah, it's hard for me to just it makes sense, and I think it echoes so much about moving forward. So far we got always like good cards align with our topic. We got people. I just want to say hi to 7C Animation. I think they are on LinkedIn. Our topics today, it's moving forward. We also have people on LinkedIn, Tamaline and Tiffany. Hi, guys. Thank you for joining. And we can continue. Just wanted to say a little hi.
And over on Instagram, we have Mad Humohenga. I don't know exactly how you say that, but hello and welcome. So the message from the card says, gifts from the universe are ready to cascade into your life, which sounds like good moving forward energy. Abundance, health, longevity, vitality, and joy are flowing to you gently and easily in the days ahead. There may be times when the goodness of life feels like it's ebbing and flowing rather than being a steady stream of fulfillment. This is similar to the moon peeking through the pine trees for a moment or two. But as you stay open and receptive, physical and emotional gifts will come into your life. Instead of bemoaning the fact that there isn't a steady and constant stream of joy and gifts from the universe, accept whatever you receive in a spirit of gratitude, and your bounty will increase tenfold. This is universal law.
What else we could add?
I feel like it's very kind of directly related to moving forward, because a lot of the time when I'm trying to do something new, I have a lot of like starting energy, and then it kind of shifts through, like it's talking about how the moon peeks through the pines and then they go again. And it's not a constant energy of going forward. There's, it's a roller coaster. There's ups and downs. There's parts that flow and parts that are harder. And so I get how that totally relates to what we're talking about.
Yeah, and remind me also of being patient, because I was saying like I feel I often want that things go fast. And sometimes we have to accept that we just have to slow down, that our desire and what we put out there will be enough, right? Like between the people we meet, the work we're doing, and sometimes I like the symbol of the moon that you see that peeking by in the trees. It's just there for a little bit. It brings you some lights, it warm you up, and then it continue his path. Because yes, life isn't always straight, always full, always busy. There is moment. The more crucial time is when you're patient and you're able to trust. I think is our favorite word.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like when you're moving forward, trust is kind of like knowing that the moon's there and like feeling the like pull of it and like keeping going even when you can't see it.
Yeah.
I like too how it talked about the moon represents, the light of the moon reflecting the light of the sun symbolically represents the moon receiving also a metaphor for you receiving the goodness of the universe. And like we receive it and then like put it back out into the world or those around us. Especially, I think for me and for my clients, like that's kind of what we feel that our like purpose work is, that we're moving forward into, or the thing that they're looking for is the way that they can like also shine, like not just pull themselves through life in a job that they don't like or like a situation that they don't really believe in.
I love that. I think it's so important, and I feel for some people maybe it's not concrete enough, but I really believe in those things and all those symbols and the way of how everything what we put come back to us, right? It's everything is energy, and like the sun is reflecting back to us. It's his light, and I got a comment from Brandy. Ebb and flow is natural like a wave.
Totally. I love that. It's right in with our metaphors.
And then I don't know who's I had another comment. Someone said that's true. It helped to think about the progress you forfeit. If you give up, I've given up too soon many times before in life. I will have to reread it. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, I think especially moving forward or having hope and knowing that the patience is always rewarding. Thank you, Katia, for putting that. Yeah, no, it's help.
I just found that button. I didn't realize that it showed up there.
No,
Sorry.
We're still.
I was like, yeah, we want all the comments to show. My bad. Sorry, everyone.
No. I think it's good because everybody can read the comment for. It's Tamaline who commented that. We are using a platform that doesn't show the names. I have to go on LinkedIn. Yeah, I think also regrets through experience, through life, where we recognize that maybe we give up too soon, even if too soon it's, I don't know, sometimes it's not really, I find it from my own experiences, when I get impatient, it's where I need to stick with it, because I know it's where is the work that I need to do.
Yeah.
And it's hard. Like I know, I know I'm getting impatient. Know I'm getting bored. I know I want more. I know I want that thing go faster. Um, and I know that I have to go through it because I'm gonna learn something from it, and I'm gonna get rewarded from it. Yes, regrets are horrible. Let me add that. Yes. Do you want to start with what we were talking about, on wanting to move forward? Right? It's start like to move forward, you have to want it to move forward.
Yeah, and it has to be very genuine and authentic, like internal desire. Like if you don't fully want to move forward, like your brain, the brain is designed to keep you safe, which sometimes means keeping you in the position that you're already in, just because you've survived until now, doing whatever it is you've been doing. So the brain thinks that's a good choice because you didn't die. And it doesn't it so in moving forward, it has to think about like that might be riskier just because it's not practiced, it's not seen. So everything that's new feels scary, but you have to kind of trick your brain into making the choice to move forward, even though it's scary, because at the end, it actually could be a better choice than staying in whatever situation you're in that you want to move forward from.
Where I found it the hardest to move forward is when my heart was broken, or I was in a specific environment, and I kind of wanted to still be in the environment, in that environment. Like when you are with someone and you still have feelings for that person, and all you want is that everything stay the same, right? And even we're like, I want to move forward, we are still looking at that person. We're still, and now that we have, now since a while now, but we have social media, right? We had MySpace, Facebook, looking at what this person is becoming or what this person is doing. You keep us stuck in the past, even though we're like, I really want to move forward, but we don't realize that consciously, unconsciously, we are still nourishing that thing of staying in the past. Hi, Odile.
She asked how we trick the brain. For me, my favorite tool right now is tapping to help with making your body feel safe, even though your brain's telling you it's not safe, like to reset the nervous system and to like set your brain on actually it is okay if I put myself out there. Actually, even though this is new and it's hard and it's scary and it's weird, it's going to be okay. um,
I
so
think
making your
also
body feel safe even when your brain says it's not.
it's all about, yeah. I learned only when I started to study coaching the fact that I had control of my mindset. And I think I heard those words before, but it clicked only when I did already the deep inner work of understanding that the way of how I talk or how I react, because I have a lot of anxiety, realizing, hey, I can take care of it. I can deal with it. I can and I, like, last time that I had a lot of anxiety because I had to coach in front of other people, I did tapping, and it helped me so much to like grounding and feel like more present and feel less stress. I know there is few exercise that help for anxiety specifically, Now I think practicing, like small action of practicing new things and realizing that that was not so hard, then your brain and yourself can, you don't trick really yourself. You just learn that to get out of your comfort zone. You learn that it was not that bad. I actually enjoyed it. Like trying different things to see that um that that's actually, it's not that it's easy, but that you can gain each time a little bit of strength and practice, and it feel easier and easier, and
Yeah.
you start to enjoy it, because that also joy help us to move forward, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of the time we feel kind of nervous to try something new, but then we feel the joy and the like kind of badass feeling once we've done it. And that's when you know that it was a good choice. It's like not when you're thinking about how scary it is, but afterwards um, when you look back at it and think about how it all felt now that you've accomplished whatever it is. And one of our viewers commented, your brain is highly adaptable. Once it detects it doesn't have a choice, and we're once it's highly adaptable once it detects it doesn't have a choice. And we are key to that. Once we decide on our hearts, we have no exit plan. Your brain will craft ways to make whatever it is work. Yeah, agreed. The brain is really powerful at looking for solutions once it decides that there's a problem, and it looks for a way to figure things out. And um, I think it was in the un book, um, un um, they were talking about, like, when you're manifesting, like, everything that you've brought into your life, like, in some way you chose. Like, what you have, like, you've manifested it for better or worse, like, because it keeps you safe, because it keeps you, um like, you've made the choice to have everything that you have in your life.
And also, a very important thing is be careful of how you talk to yourself, because your brain believe it.
Mm,
So if you every day you're saying, I'm not able to move forward, I'm stuck, he believe your brain believe that you're stuck. And it's important, even like fake it until you make it. It's kind of that, right? Of like, I'm unstuck, I feel good, I feel good in my body, I'm doing my best to move forward every day, I'm trying my best. You don't need to say like the opposite, but you can be positive with yourself, and be careful about your brain, because we often say bad stuff to ourselves. We are often not very nice with ourselves, and our brain believe that and nourish that and empower that.
mhm,
And bringing awareness on how you think and how you talk to yourself, and realizing that, it will change everything, because then you will create like some red flag that when you're talking to yourself, you'll be like, you finally realize, you have awareness and consciousness that, ooh, what, how I'm talking to myself. And you can really change, you can help yourself to move forward.
mhm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
totally agree with you, Brandy. And the world is already so hard, right? People are hard on each other. We're overwhelmed by so many negative things. So start with you by being good with yourself.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the
shaming.
idea of, talking to yourself like you would to a friend or to a child or to your inner child,
Mhm.
in that kind of, like, positive way that, like, we're so loving and caring for other people. It's, like, nice when we can, like, turn around and give that same supportive, like, nurturing talk to ourselves.
And and if it never happened that no one really talked to you in a very nice way. Maybe like you grew up with people or parents that didn't know how to, they have their own struggle and trauma, and they didn't know how to care for you and talk, because sometimes it's, I really realize being in a relationship how our communication is so different, because
Mhm.
you grow up in a different environment. So sometimes I need to kind of have a translator of, oh, what he's saying is actually positive, he's saying in a negative way, to really like you know, and all the shame, having curiosity of why is there, why are you shaming yourself, where is coming from.
Mhm.
You want to add? Yes.
Yeah. Um,
I love to embrace my inner child. um, I wish they teach me that when I was younger.
mhm.
And I think the people that I connect with and I love, it's because our inner child are connecting.
Mhm. I love that.
Yeah, we could like be friends at school when we were 8.
Our matching outfits.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also wanted to come back to this comment
Okay.
that this
That is
viewer said that they
Tamaline.
learned. Sorry.
It's Tamaline comments.
Uh-huh. And she said she learned last year when she was learning to walk again, and it was very difficult to not have an out. And I think that, and she said, I told my brain I had to walk out of that hospital, and using a wheelchair long term was not an option. And then once she did that, everything shifted. Instead of fear, it turned to extreme motivation. And I think that I totally agree that when we take the option to like, we gotta take all the other options off the table, that there's like so much more power to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Even in other scenarios too, like the only way that you can fail is if you give up. Like there's always a way.
And uh, how resilient you were, because I feel sometimes it feel very lonely to do it our way, the way that we really feel we should,
Mhm.
right? I should pursue that, I'm going to stick with it, and I'm going to make my best to not be stuck in a wheelchair. I'm not going to be stuck in this situation. I'm not going to be stuck in that job that I hate, or that relationship, or even just the relationship that you have with yourself. I want to feel better about myself. I don't want to have always to go to a substance to avoid how I feel, right? It takes courage and resilience to believe in ourselves, to invest in ourselves, because we deserve that.
Mhm. Yeah. And I think also like when we're kind to ourselves, like we can raise our vibration so much. Like our energy is so much more vibrant, radiant, alive, empowered, and it just helps propel us through the day rather than like kind of like detracting and like bringing us down. Like it's easier to be
We are
like kind of
grounded, but at the same time we are, our energy is so clear that we also connect with the good people, the people that we are meant to meet, right? And the opportunity too. So it's all linked together, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I met you when I felt ready to get out, because the first year being in Hawaii, I needed to grieve from New York, and I needed to rest. And I live also in a place where there's jungle everywhere. I don't drive, so it's very complicated to go anywhere. But I felt finally ready to get out and meet people. And so it's
Mhm.
where I found you on Instagram, and you were having those tarot and tea meetings. And um, even I'm an introvert, I knew that I needed to do that. And I'm very grateful.
Mhm. Yeah.
We have a few
Thank you.
comments.
Yep. I like the idea of like taking the time to like recover before going into the next phase, like really um like resolving and like working through the emotions and like the hard parts, not just like pushing them aside or pushing them down or moving through.
Yeah, like I totally agree. I think I'm someone. I will say I'm slow to process things,
Hmm.
and I just accept it because I know that I need to process it, and I don't have the word that I was looking for because I have brain fog today. But it's similar to like value. Like even if maybe I feel sad or upset about what I need to move forward to it, it also I learned so much about myself and other stuff. So if I take the time to really stop and feel, not only I acknowledge that moment, but I also know that it will not come back later ghosting me and just
Mhm.
be like, hey, you forgot about me, but actually here I'm gonna torture you at the best moment possible, where like I
Mhm.
thought I moved on, and actually no, because you didn't took the time to process anything. You just,
Mhm.
and I get it, sometimes it's just like people, for example, dating right away, or like they go to work right away. I feel that with the pandemic, for example, of I need to be active, I need to don't feel, that is also a way. I mean, everything you do, like I think as long you're aware, and as long you are honest with yourself that you're going through a different process, I don't think it's wrong, as long you're like aware
Like moving forward and grieving at this or like processing things at the same time.
that you do the way you can do. I
Mhm.
often say to my client, you can say everything of I should have do differently, or I'm not where I wanted to be, or I'm always reminding them that we have the skills and the tools that we have today, and
Mhm.
don't compare yourself with anyone else, because everybody is at different places and different level in their life. And if you realize that actually you don't know how to deal with your emotion, or you don't know how to communicate better, then you can learn, you can get better at it. But don't blame yourself because you don't know yet. Maybe you need to learn something else before, right?
Mhm. Yeah. And like that idea that we're always kind of like doing the best that we can with what we know now, but there's always more that we can learn and more ways that we can grow. Um,
Exactly.
Brandy shared self-grace is important because you aren't being a cheerleader, but you're admitting that you're always learning and growing.
Yeah, like be kind with yourself. Again, the world is so intense. People are not always very nice. Sometimes they think you want to hear the truth, or like a very raw because they needed to share with you something that they're anxious about, or the ego is, take the lead. Be kind with yourself. You're doing your best, and that is true. You're doing the best. You cannot do, no matter what, you're doing your best.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm also thinking on that something we were talking um, about. Be careful about who you're communicating with, and I go back to that of I found that most of my life I validated more what others said to me about me. Right? They put a label on, oh, you're this or you're that. Why you want to
Mhm.
do this? Why you want to do that way? Um, I don't know. I thought I was not confident. I realized I'm confident in things, not everything, and it's
Mhm.
totally okay about that. And um, and I should value more what I think about myself than what they're gonna say. So I feel moving forward and having people who are not helping you to move forward because they are adding their own thoughts or um, bias judgment
Mhm.
or bias belief, that can also like rewire, you can like go on the wrong path because of that.
Mhm. Yeah, and sometimes it's like people mean well when they say those kinds of things, but it's also sometimes that their brain is doing the thing of making sure that everyone is safe, and their idea of safe for you might not feel like what's actually aligned.
Yeah. How do you feel
It's like
about being present? Sorry.
that's okay. I was gonna say the thing about like what if you're I think it's like crabs, if you're like boiling them, they'll like reach up and like pull each other back down into the pot so they like all stay together. But it's like if you're the one that's trying to like rise up and escape, like
Mm.
but they're
Yeah,
like,
it's true.
"Stay with
There is
us."
people who don't want you to get to rise. There is people that don't want you to move forward because it reflect back to them that are not moving forward or are in situation that they feel they're stuck or whatever reason. Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm reading the comment. I
Any
think a
shares?
huge shift happens when your goals are internally driven instead of external. 100%.
Yeah. And I think um sometimes it's almost like a form of like protecting yourself and your like own future path to like be discerning about who you share what with, especially as you're like being vulnerable and like trying something new and like it may or may not work, like to um not share with those who might be less supportive.
Yep. I think it's good night, Tamerlane. Thank you for being with us tonight. Here is the day. But yeah, I like your example with the crabs. I think I'm gonna think about it very because I'm a Cancer, so it's just like, hey,
Double for you.
yeah, um, yeah,
I think that kind of goes with like the cancer themes too of like the like familial like love and being together and like let's all be here together and like stay with us, it's safe, but like no, it's not.
I think I'm more
Sometimes
the crab was like, no, I want to get out of
yeah.
this. Is yeah, I'm like, yeah, yes, we look like each other, but I like the same why I left Switzerland. We look like each other, but I want to go outside. I want to see something different. I want to interact with different people, different culture, different languages. I want to challenge my belief system. Um, yeah, so I'm the outsider.
The ones sneaking up the walls.
Yeah. Bye. What else that you think that helps to move forward when we process that we process the past, we process when we need to process, and then we're like, okay, I'm ready to move forward.
Mhm. At that point, like, I think it's important to reconnect with yourself and think about what truly matters. Like we were talking about having internally driven goals, like also like an awareness of self so that like you know what actually matters, like your values, your goals, your dreams, your desires, like what's true for you. Like really turning in um so that before you do external things, like you can set your kind of personal North Star and like connect with your energy.
Yeah, it's the time to be present. It's the time to reflect the best way you like to, journaling, even like having conversation, working with a coach, working wherever who can help you. You feel like more. Sometimes you, because you start to make the clean up on what you don't want anymore, you
Mhm.
attract the people that you need to help you
Mm.
to move forward. And don't be scared to share, don't be scared to talk with, even like sometimes I talk with stranger of like, this is where I'm at, and they're like, give me a little piece of wisdom, and I will always remember them for that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Totally.
And I for example, I like to be alone. It's, yes, I'm an introvert, but and sometimes say I'm antisocial, but I need to be alone to process things. And when I was in New York and the pandemic happened, so I could not really leave New York at that time. I was trying to survive and stay. But after, when it started to get better, I decided to take a month off and come to Hawaii.
Mm.
And I took on purpose an Airbnb in the middle of the jungle. I don't drive. I got a bike. I could not really go anywhere. Um, I draw. I read my books. I just watched nature. I went in the water, and I got bored. And I think that is something that I see also with some of my clients that don't like to be alone. And I'm really like saying like, embrace that. You're gonna gain so much information from it. And for me, after 10 days, and I was like, for 3 years, I was like, I'm ready to move forward. I want to leave New York City. I might leave the US. And 10 days in Hawaii, alone in the jungle. I mean, there was someone else, of course, but you know what I mean? I
Mhm.
heard my inner voice saying, you're ready. You're ready to leave. And I felt so good. I was like, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm ready. I can hear it. There's no noise. There's not the city. There is no anyone. I hear my soul say, it's time. You're ready. You're ready
Yeah.
to move forward. And that helped like switch everything.
Yeah, there's
Do
so
you
much.
remember a moment like that for you? Maybe with the school, with your old job,
Um,
in a different way.
well, I was gonna say that there's so much power in, like, taking space to just be quiet and, like, listen inside. That's what I was thinking about, but yeah, after my, panic attack at school, that week that I spent in the yard just staring at the ferns was kind of the same. It's, like, bringing back boredom and, like, just letting all the external inputs, like, fall away and just getting, like, really clear on, like, what's inside. And coming back to like, do I want to go back? Do I not want to go back? What and why? How do I feel about my decision? What am I doing this for?
Who I want, like, who I want to listen. Do I want to listen to the fear, or do I want to listen my soul and my body who's are telling me this is not for you anymore? right?
Mhm.
This is not for you anymore. I'm sending you a message. You're not receiving them. Hello.
Yeah.
Right?
And, like, discerning, like, which voice is who. Like, is it fear? Is it just, like, that I woke up and I felt a little extra tired and that's what that voice is? Or is it really my intuition talking to me? Like,
Mhm.
it was enough days in a row that I should have known it was my intuition, but, um, like, taking the time in the space to get to know yourself enough to know which voice it is that's talking.
And I'm very good at getting very tired, and I have to remind myself, wait. Take a nap, rest, and then talk to your voice, because right now it's not really the best. Like, you're just tired.
Mhm.
Recognizing that too.
Yeah. Brandy said, "Ah, yes, when I rage quit my job last year, and it inspired me to go back to school and what I'm doing now." Sounds like we're on similar paths. um,
That's
letting
amazing.
go of what.
Congrats to you for doing it. I know it's not easy, but I'm sure you're happy about your choice.
Mhm,
Um, so then, let's think about, after you're taking the time to process of what you want to do, what you don't want to do, journaling, being with yourself, right? What you can do. And I think what, again, I see often with my client or myself, because I can get overwhelmed, is I look too much on the big picture and on the,
mhm,
like, so high objective and goal, that I'm so scared of the what if,
mm,
and I don't move and I get stuck. That is also the danger of, okay, I'm clear of what I want to do, what I don't want to do, but what now? And be careful about, like, yes, I think it's very important to have a goal so you can look at a direction where you want to go. So each time that it's hard, you can remember where you're going and you understand why it's hard, why you're doing that hard job. But
mhm,
start small, right? Start small steps, try small, and nothing really matter of how it looks like, right? It can be just like go for a walk every day. Like, it could be just like as simple of, like, I'm gonna write every day a page of my in my journal. Doesn't have to, like, I'm gonna quit my job, have a new hair color, and move to another country. It doesn't have to be so big right away.
mhm. Yeah. And for me too, like, I like to kind of think about those small steps as, like, playful and, like, to let them be fun and try not to put too much pressure on anyone, like, especially in those, like, early stages, um, where you're, like, just coming out of, like, leaving something behind and you're thinking about what's next, like, to let it be light, like you're saying, not work too hard to make it, okay, this is gonna be the thing, but, like, more like, I'm trying this, I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm seeing if this could be a fit. I'm
I'm
testing this
open.
out,
Yeah.
I'm
I'm open.
experimenting.
Yeah. I'm trying. And if I don't like it, I'm continue, like, it's okay if I don't like it. Gain information, because sometimes we are attached to our beliefs, thinking it will be a certain way, and then we are investing so much in it, and then we're disappointed.
Mhm,
And so it's why it's so important to be open and try thing without really putting so much weight on it. Just like, I want to be curious, I want to try this new things, and or this new class. I want to gain information so I can know more and more of what works for me, what doesn't work for me, right?
mhm.
Hello, Santosh Kumar. Good morning.
Yeah. And sometimes like that first step isn't um it's not the step, but it's like the right next step to lead you to the
Mhm.
thing that's like a longer part of the path. Like each part of it counts, even if it's not the right thing, and maybe it gets you closer.
Yeah, it's why failure is not really failure. Failure is not there's not such a negative thing around failure, right? It's like, oh, I start a thing and I fail at it. Again, remember what you learned from it. Remember what you were capable of, because sometimes we forget to celebrate that we learned something new, we practiced something new that we never did before. That's
Mhm.
amazing. That's not like, there's nothing wrong about it if it didn't work out. um and I guess it's also, I'm saying that because coming from experience of, I failed in so many things, but I lost jobs, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful it happened. Otherwise, I will not be here today. And for people who are going through a hard time right now, let's don't forget that it's not forever. Things change, right?
Mhm.
Things can gonna change. It's not gonna stay the same forever.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I
Odile.
like sorry.
No, I was just saying thank you, Odile, for her comment.
Yeah.
You want
Um
to say? Sorry.
that's okay. Um I like the idea of like failing forward, or of failure gold, that like there's so much available in the failure, or the like there's so much learning and growth that can happen from failing, and so much more sometimes even that we can take forward from failure that's helpful.
Yeah, I also think that failure have different meaning in different culture. Because where I'm
Mhm,
from in Europe, there is also a negativity around success. There's like a jealousy, and then failure, it's around fear. People are like, why you want to start a thing, why you want to do that thing. When I was saying to some people that I was moving to New York, I was starting over, I had no job waiting for me, like, they were like, oh, good luck. Oh, okay, just thank you. Whereas when I was talking about friends or people that I met in New York, they're like, "Oh, you want to move here? Oh, like good luck. Like, yeah, like do it."
mhm,
And I really enjoy the energy of like,
mhm,
they're not waiting of a result. They're just like, you're doing it. You're trying. You are putting yourself out there. They are valuing that.
mhm. Yeah, and it's interesting how the same phrase can be so different with the different kind of tones of like good luck, or like good luck, like
Yeah.
the the belief in you, or the kind of pulling the crab into the pot thing. Good luck, like maybe it won't work, or good
Yeah,
luck,
I
like
hope
still
so.
excited
It
for you.
doesn't. Like the crabs, right? Like, I hope so. You're coming back in the water.
Yeah.
Mm, let me put out this other comment from Brandy. I almost got a degree in psychology before 8 credits away doing my current program. It still helps with what I want to do. It just wasn't the whole picture.
Mhm. And that idea of the kind of bridge step, moving, it's not the right step, but it still is right for the moment to lead you to the next thing, even if it's not the thing.
Hmm. I see that as really positive, because
Mhm,
instead of staying stuck waiting for the perfect, right, because perfect doesn't exist, situation, you're you're doing it, and it's not exactly that, but it will give you so much skills and experience and meeting people. We always forget that all those experience that we are having, the simple and the bigger, it's how we meet our people. It's how we meet people that are gonna give us opportunities to grow, or opportunity to work where we want to work, or leave where we want to leave, right? Like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. For some reason, I keep thinking about this. When my partner and I were in Nepal, we were going to go for a 3-day trek, and about 1 hour in, we realized we went the wrong way, and we were on the path for the 10-day trek, and like it's only 1 hour out of like days, but we were like, well, we'll just do that one instead then. And like there was so much kind of like um so much learning and growth in the 10-day trek for us. And even like that, it was wrong, but actually it was so right.
Mm, that's a beautiful experience. The first thing that I thought, I was like, did you had enough food? But
Luckily, it
yeah,
was
like
a
acceptance, detachment of of control, detachment of the outcome, right? That you have to be a certain way,
Mhm.
right?
And the idea that actually it's all about the journey. Like we're here to hike, we're here to
Mhm.
see, to have some kind of experience in the mountains, like whether it's
Mhm.
the 3-day or the 10-day is less important.
Mhm.
Like it's about the journey.
Yeah, the goal is give us direction, but what the value and the gems and everything is the journey. I Yeah, I don't have any regrets. I don't have any
Mhm.
regrets. Yeah. We are almost done. So if anyone have question, maybe we could take a last question.
Any
Um,
final
let's
comments,
see.
thoughts, ideas?
I see that Odile
Also, we want
said
to say
it's true about
to
Europe. Yep. You were saying, sorry.
I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who joined us live and shared their thoughts and feedback. We really appreciate that. It's fun for us to have this kind of interactive experience with you. And also, if you're catching the replay, thanks for joining us too.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being a part. Some of you, I know you from LinkedIn, so it's so nice to have you here, be a part of our conversation. It's our first time that we have all those comments, so it's really nice. It's really nice to dive around your experience and sharing your stories. And thank you so much.
Mhm.
I'm gonna check just in case, but I think I don't have any question on LinkedIn. Thank you, Adele. Okay. I want to close up with telling a little bit more about what you do, so people can know who do not know you. Like,
Mhm. Yes. I am a intuitive purpose coach. So I use my energy healing skills and coaching and meditations and kind of all the tools in my tool basket to help people find their purpose and figure out, like we were talking about earlier, how to turn that universe's shine back around and put it out into the world in your own special way. So that's my work. Is it okay if I share my masterclass?
sure, yes, please do.
I'm gonna pop the link for my masterclass if anyone's interested for next week. Um, I'll just put join me. um, But yeah, I'm excited about it. It's going to be a live event too, talking about how I found my purpose and sharing with other people some ideas about um, what that looks like, how to get there, how to find your purpose. So that's my
Story.
exciting thing of the moment is my masterclass. I'm talking all about it. What
I
about you?
feel we have similar stories, but different.
Mm,
Because yes, I for me, it's my own story that bring me here to help others and invest in learning through the Jay Shetty certification school how to work, because it started with my inner work and how to help others. But I why I became a life coach is really because people were asking me so many questions and wanted me to share. And also, like what I was saying at the beginning of our call is, um, I didn't had a role model. I didn't had anyone to look at and see that they had a similar or maybe a life that I wanted, or um, people that could help me at that time. So I had
mhm,
to build up everything on my own. And I think if I had help when I was younger, maybe my past will be different. Now I'm very proud and I'm very grateful for where I am. But I see that now when I see people struggling, being stuck, being scared, being in those scenario of the worst scenario possible, and they're sharing their dream and what they want for themselves. I like my heart and my spirit is activated, and I'm like, I want to help you. I want to help you because I know how you feel. I know where you want to go. So I help with your mindset. I'm help with kindness. I'm helping to see who you really are. I'm mirroring back and helping you to really feel empowered. And so when we are done to work together, you don't need any more help. You are loving yourself, you seeing yourself, and you can um, have your achieve your purpose, or at least be on that way, because you will have a partner that, like Katia, believe in you, believe in your dream, believe in your purpose, believe that you can do it, and that's priceless, right?
totally.
I know that you work with coach, you get coached, I get coached.
Mm,
I think it's really a gift to that you to invest in yourself if you feel stuck and you feel like um you don't really understand what's on your way. I've been in moment where I felt I was in the dark. My eyes were open, but I couldn't see anything. I really like I didn't know what to do. So having people that show me what I don't see so that I can move faster. Um, yeah, it's it's really really a gift.
mhm. Yeah, the power
Oh,
of
thank you,
coaching.
Otto. Sorry.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Anything we should add?
Um,
I do like journaling. I do like cards, as we know. Sometimes they really, and I really like our tarot meeting because they also bring insight,
mhm,
or like empower things that I feel, but I'm not saying out loud. There's many ways that you can help yourself to figuring out where you're at, what do you want to do.
yeah, and how to move forward.
Exactly.
Circling back to our our theme, our topic.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you, Katia. Thank you, everyone, for being here today and sharing.
yeah, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, we didn't fix a date, but we'll let you know.
Mhm.
Bye, everyone.